Hey, I almost hit him. Hey, Dylan, I almost hit him with like a sneaker intro, man. Hey, we over here at Run the Ropes Media podcast talking about WWE Survivor Series War Games 2024 from last night. Now, Dylan, we were supposed to go live yesterday after I had husband duties, but Survivor Series was so anticlimactic that I'm just like, it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because it was just like no big returns, no big Paul Heyman heel turn. I feel like we were pretty much spot on with the matches. I went 4 for 11 yet. Excuse me, I went 4 for 1
4 for
yesterday.
11. 11
was,
matches? No,
man,
yeah, you did. You did.
I'm thinking about an AEW pay-per-view with 11
Oh,
matches
for
on the
real.
card, but I
Yeah.
went 4 for 1. 4 for 1
Yeah.
last night, Dylan. Basically almost called this the script
Pretty
down the
much.
line until we got to the main event, bro. So
Yep.
talk to him, bro. First and foremost, let him know who you are, man. I always introduce you, bro, but I'm gonna let you introduce yourself today, man. Talk to him.
Yeah, I think everybody's getting used to me now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Dylan over here, my YouTube. I go by Chilling with Dylan over there as well. I do sneaker content and so on and so forth over there as well. But listen, man, overall, my thoughts on I was a little disappointed. I got to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
The match, we're going to get into from top to bottom, but I will say the ending left me I was wanting more, man. I was wanting more.
Bro, the ending was so weird
Very
because
strange.
it was, you know why it was strange, Dylan, and not even to jump to the end, bro. But I feel like we both are kind of feeling similar towards the main event, and I don't
Yep.
want to forget my thought process going through the whole card. But what kind of it had me on the edge of my seat. I will tell you that much.
Yeah.
Because it's not like the match ended inside the ring. It's not like it went off and like they were
We had the whole
leaving out of
walk.
the bro.
We
It was
had the
like
whole walk.
the whole walk from out the ring, bro, to the hand smacks, to the we good, to the
Yep.
hugs, to
I'm
the
waiting. I'm sitting there
bro.
waiting.
Like we literally were waiting.
Yep.
Like even at the end, like they all lined up together. I'm just like, okay, something happening. Whose music is gonna hit? But we got nothing. But you want to know something, Dylan? That may have been the perfect ending because we're still on the edge of our seats. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, okay, the amusement park ride is over. Now it's time to get off and go somewhere else. It's
Yep.
almost like, okay, I just want to stay here still to see what happens. So that's the beautiful part of it.
Yep.
That's the Triple H. We're gonna just keep them guessing. We're gonna keep them waiting because again, you don't want to be too full and you don't want it to be like Thanksgiving when you done ate all the good food and now you ain't looking at the mac and cheese and the cranberry sauce somewhere like you good on it. Like
Yeah.
you still might want some. So before we get to the beginning of the card, if you got anything that you want to go ahead and get out as far as the main event before we talk about this, we start giving our opinions. Tell me about just like how you felt as it went off yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna break it down, but I, I don't know. Again, I got to be honest. I was pretty disappointed because, and maybe it's just our own fault for
It
hyping
is
it
our
up
own fault, Dylan.
and reading
We
into the
hyped it up.
rumors and
Yep,
hyping it up
we did it.
ourselves
We did it to ourselves, bro. That's what I was waiting. We did it to
because
ourselves.
they didn't do it. It's not like they were teasing anything. I mean, to be fair, but I was really hoping for a big return. I was hoping for something. I
Hey,
mean,
Dylan, our energy is so different now, bro.
I
Because
know.
like this
I
whole
was
week, we
so
like Survivor Series week, this
yo
going down, this,
yo
this, and this, and then it went off, and we just like, yeah, kind of how you doing now, bro. Just sip your beverage and just go on
yep
with the rest of the night. So let's start it off, bro. First
yep.
match, women's war games. Talk to me.
All right. First off, overall, this match is one where had good moments,
Mm-hmm.
had some big spots,
Yep.
and that's pretty much all I had. Because everything that they did during the match was building towards that big moment,
Mm-hmm.
but to get there, it was extremely clunky. And I know you are riding for her to stay this dominant champion, but she's got to go. Nia Jax is like
Mm.
a robotic person in that ring, my man.
Yeah.
She is so clunky. I mean, and it is what it is. It's a chaotic match, and there's a lot of bodies in the ring, so you got to give credit for credit's due, and you got to kind of take it with a grain of salt when there's some miscues and stuff like that, right? But man, I mean, on the broadcast, you can hear like they're yelling at each other like for the next spot. Some of the times, I don't know if you picked up on it, but some of the times she's either yelling at Naomi when they had the big thing where she got power bombed through the table.
Mhm.
She's
Mhm.
sitting up there yelling for Naomi because Naomi, I guess, wasn't ready for the spot. So all she kept saying was, well, she was calling her Trinity, but she's
Mhm.
like, Trin, Trin, Trin. So that, as a fan, takes you out of the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, there's other spots where I wasn't particularly fond of, Rhea getting destroyed with a baseball bat and getting popping up, about a minute later, freaking, all of a sudden she got this demon rage in her with the mask on. But it's like,
I
overall,
mean, she had a orbital bone injury
I know.
less than a month, and now she's in
Yup,
one of the most brutal matches. So what can you expect? It's
I
almost like
know.
It's like Rhea. Oh, so it was a rumor going at AEW where Will Ospreay didn't know how to, sell a move, and it's
Mhm.
kind of in a sense like that's kind of where we at where Rhea where. She's not selling much, bro. Until Nia Jax's defense.
Oh, here we
Okay.
go.
And I don't know how much you gonna take heed to this, but we gotta remember, bro, Nia Jackson had some bad bumps with people in the past. So I feel like she's being more cautious with how she's working. And I feel like she's
She's
second guessing it, bro, because she don't want to
Yeah.
hurt somebody else. But that might be the thing that's gonna actually get somebody hurt.
I
You know
was
what I'm
just gonna
saying?
say that.
You know what I'm
By
saying?
her being
I
too
feel like she's
cautious and
overthinking
aware,
it, bro.
yeah, by her being, and that's like maybe in her head, right? Like
It's
by
probably
her
in her head, bro.
being a little bit too cautious, you're spot on, bro. That's how you get somebody hurt because when you have like a lag and it doesn't look like very smooth, like
Mhm.
the transitions and stuff like that, and there's like a hiccup, man,
Yeah.
somebody that one little split second you go for a move, man, that's literally inches between
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
hurting somebody and really not.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good match overall. Listen, it's a War Games match. I did love you called it right spot on with Tiffany coming off and Io Sky with her freaking famous
Mhm.
trash can by this point,
Yep.
coming off the cage. That was a great spot. The power bomb or the Eradicator with Liv Morgan through the table was a good way to end it.
It was, bro.
But again, I will grade this because let's do this. We're gonna do our final grade at the end of the pay per view, but let's
Mhm.
grade each match.
Okay.
I honestly would give this probably a 3 out of 5,
Yeah.
maybe, 3 out of
I've
5 I
seen
think is
better.
fair.
I've seen better NXT War Games women's
Facts.
matches. You know what I'm saying, bro? And
Yep.
again, it's just something about the NXT product. Like when the first couple NXT War Games, man, it was just special. I just when you got such just think about how much money they got in the ring compared to NXT, and not even to be that guy, but you got
Yeah.
Bianca Belair, you got
Mhm.
Bailey, you got Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. You got money in this match, man.
An all-star
So
lineup.
the All Star lineup. Like I was when they did the Io and Tiffany when they both did their dive off the top. I knew Io was gonna dive. But I figured Tiffany was gonna do something too.
Yeah.
But just that spot, I knew that spot was gonna happen, though, Dylan. And we
Yep.
called this weeks ago as far as
Mhm.
Liv is gonna be down, Nia is gonna be down. We
Yep.
don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So I figured they was gonna have to have that spot in the match. And
Now let's
because of
talk
that, I knew that they wasn't gonna, cash it in. But I mean, if
give
I was
you
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, give your grade, and then I do wanna just circle back to that real quick, that spot in the match,
I
but
mean, if I was to give it a grade, bro, like I wasn't invested in it in the first place, bro. And mind you, I said I was tired, bro. So like, I call like I call like mid of it, but overall, bro, it's probably like a 2.5 out of 5, bro. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah,
Like, I knew the faces were gonna win. That one was just mad predictable for me, bro. When
yep.
a match is mad predictable like that, it's hard for me to be like, oh, it was a 5-star match. when I
Yep.
knew pretty much all the spots, how it was gonna work. And damn near like I helped them write the match, bro, in
Mhm.
a sense, So I'll give it a 2.5. Go back to what you was about to say though.
Yeah, so just to circle back real quick, you called it. You did say that she was not gonna cash in, and we were gonna have that spot. Now we had the spot.
Yep.
Here's the issue I have, and I think I
Yep.
even texted you this. At the end, okay, the way the ending played out, it wasn't just that spot where you had the both champions, literally
Yeah.
side by side, where she had the moment where she pulls the briefcase out of the trash
Mhm.
can. But at the end, you had Nia been power bombed through the table.
Yep.
You had Liv just destroyed from
And
the
nobody
top
cashed in.
rope
Yep.
through a table.
Mhm.
Where's the cash in? That's the
Yeah.
perfect opportunity right there
They
to
could have double
finally.
played it. They could have double played it.
And with your concerns about saying, Tiffy can't beat Nia clean, which I agree with. This is the moment if you're gonna cash in
Mhm.
on Nia. She just got powerbombed through the table. Cash in now at the end. You could have had him have the celebration at the top. Cool. Have him come down. Have them all start walking. All of a sudden, you have her rise up. She's looking around.
Yep, she
Boom. Cash
noticed.
it in.
Yep.
It's like now, how are you gonna have a
When
cash
she
in
gonna get a
without that
chance to do it. Yep.
opportunity?
Yep.
I don't see a better opportunity
Yep.
coming soon that this was primed for. I just don't. So, I don't know, it's gonna be extremely interesting, I guess, again, coming out of this pay-per-view, still a lot of unanswered questions, so it leaves you wondering what's gonna happen next, I guess, you
Yeah.
know?
True. True.
So,
And like we said, bro, I thought Survivor Series was gonna answer a lot of questions, but it literally answered zero. It
I
it,
think there's
it, it
more.
literally it literally left us with no questions answered at all,
Yeah.
bro. And like you said, now it leaves us with just a tad bit more,
Yeah.
like what's really going on. So the second match we had was Shinsuke and LA Knight. And the
Yep.
first thing I text you was, yo, bro, did they change his music? Like, we
Yeah.
know SmackDown was taped. So SmackDown
Mhm.
was not live yesterday. Excuse me, Friday on SmackDown. So when we seen that, it was from previous week. So they definitely had enough time to change the music from last week until Survivor Series yesterday. And I'm just like, I felt like the music yesterday was more hillish. It
Yeah.
had more of a hillish samurai type vibe, bro. Like
Like a
I'm a
dark energy.
like a dark samurai type, energy, bro, compared to his music on Friday Night SmackDown when it was still kind of classic Shinsuke music,
Yep.
just with a little twist. But this one was more like sinister, you know what I'm saying? Like sinister
Uh,
type music, like evil, it kind of gave like
yeah.
a more of an evil vibe.
Great entrance. Good
And great,
entrance.
great interest. Match was okay. Match was
Mhm.
a SmackDown worthy match, bro. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't PLE worthy in my opinion because of exactly what you said, bro. It was literally no build up. We
Yep.
had we had no the most of the build up we had was Shinsuke getting over on LA Knight. And generally when they do something like that, like 2 weeks in a row, if you have one person getting over on the other guy, the guy that got over 2 weeks in a row, he winds up getting the dub at the PLE.
Yep.
But wind up LA Knight took an L. People on Instagram and people on Twitter was saying how they don't know if this was the right move because they saying that Shinsuke is a boring champion. And the only reason why I feel like Shinsuke is a boring champion, I feel like all boring champions are not the best on the mic. And it may
That's
just be because of the language barrier
I
that
think it's it.
you get what I'm saying? That Shinsuke is
Yep.
a boring because he can't get on the mic and express himself. Like Oscar is good. Oscar still kind of has that language. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like
No,
they have
exactly.
like that language barrier where they can't really have those great promos
Yep.
with the audience. And that's LA Knight can talk his behind off on a microphone. Stone Cold can talk it. If you can talk your butt off on a microphone, you can get over.
Yep.
Now, Shinsuke needs something like a Paul Heyman, somebody on a mic or like even how Mr. Fuji was back in the day and do the
Mhm.
majority of the talking for him. Let him go in, do the work, leave out.
I
But I do
agree.
feel like LA Knight maybe too soon, but I'm happy that they're giving Shinsuke some gold. I say that much.
I like that they didn't bury him. That's
Mm-hmm.
all I'm gonna pretty much say about the match, to be honest, because if I'm giving it a grade, I mean, this is maybe even a 1.5 out of 5, let's be
Damn.
honest, right? Because, again, there's no investment, so when you're watching the match, it's just kinda they're going through the motions, and pretty much, honestly, like, Shinsuke dominated him. I mean,
Yep, he
he
did,
pretty
bro.
much countered every single one of LA Knight's move, and that's how the whole match went. Gets the W. I'm glad he's getting another push. I wish they
But what
would've
kind of W? You text me after that match, and I'm like, hey, I knew Shinsuke was
a
gonna win.
clean
And what you
W.
say?
Yeah,
Clean
clean
W.
W, no
He got a
miss, no nothing.
clean W on LA Knight.
Dominant W, and that's another reason why I don't think that there's gonna be a rematch. I think he's gonna go on with the next. I'm kinda hoping LA Knight maybe tries to venture, and especially with them going to Raw on Netflix and hopefully disbanding this whole draft and the the brand split. I'm hoping maybe he starts to become his own and hopefully maybe eventually start getting in the mix with the world heavyweight title. Yeah, maybe he don't have to win, but let's actually start pushing him and see what he can do as a top guy. You know what I'm saying? Throw him in the mix.
Do you think LA Knight is a top guy though, bro?
I think he can be. Yeah, I think he can be. I don't think he is there yet. He's still over. Let's be honest. I mean, he's definitely more over than Shinsuke, and Shinsuke's
Mm-hmm.
now the champion. So, um, I think again, guys can't be top guys unless they're pushed to be top guys.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts.
You get a guy who's a champion, you can really tell if they're a top guy once they have to carry that burden of having the belt, doing all the press, doing all the promos. They have to learn how to be that way. And let's be honest, there's guys who have had that opportunity in the past and they
Mm-hmm.
failed and they
Lex
came
Luger.
back. Yeah, and they came back and they became more of a top guy, right? So it's something to see. I hope now that they don't bury LA Knight, and I see
That's
you're festering something, so I'm gonna let you go now.
because you say most superstars are pushed to be. I don't feel like LA Knight was given that push, bro. I feel like it naturally happened where he just that
So
was
there's
a
a
that
there's
was a natural one, bro.
there's
Because
a
I never.
distinct moment in his career when he became
And what was that moment though, bro? Because I really
when
don't remember
they
that
were
switch.
because here's the exact moment where LA Knight became LA Knight is when he became back to LA Knight. You got to
Oh
remember this
yeah, they
LA
just
Knight.
tried to do that that
Yes,
Maxine not Maxine
Max
Dupree, but
Dupree,
Max
Max
Dupree.
Dupree.
I
It
remember that, but
with the
like even
male
yeah,
models,
and we
it
see
didn't
they
work.
in AEW, they still doing that, but
Yep.
it's funny as hell over there at AEW. I ain't gonna hold you. It's giving me Billy and Chuck vibes. But even when he dropped the maximum male model crap, bro, he still wasn't like the LA Knight he is now. You know what I'm saying? Like
You got to remember, he's been around for a long time in TNA.
TNA. Mm-hmm.
He was the guy he is now, just at a little bit dialed back scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now he can be his own person. He can
Yeah.
get kind of really into his own character. And that's the moment where they started pushing him
Mm-hmm.
because the crowd was reacting in a certain way where, okay, this dude's authentic. I'm going to
Yeah.
get behind this guy. And then they finally got behind him as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see where he goes from here. I like that they didn't bury Shinsuke. I like that he can finally get a nice little run here. Hopefully he does good with it. But I think you're right. It's very similar to the UFC as well. You could be a really dominant champion over there. Ain't nobody care if you can't speak on the mic and you can't do
Mm-hmm.
these promos and press packets and all this other
Yep.
stuff. So
Yep.
it's gonna be interesting. Again,
And I mean, Dilly, you're a genius sometimes, my brother, because you said UFC promos. And who does UFC work with now? Who do UFC actually buy? The TKO brand is
yep,
you got UFC and WWE under the same
yep.
umbrella, bro. So
You
it
saw
go hand
Bilal Muhammad over there,
in
who's
hand.
the champion. So yeah,
Yep, bro. So you got to be able to be good on the mic. So third match we had, and I called the third match, Dylan.
yeah, you did.
I called the third match too, man. We
Now,
had Braun Breaker versus Ludwig versus Sheamus, and I would say, like you said, bro, it was a sleeper match. It was
sleeper.
it was it was a sleeper match of the night. I would probably say out of all of like the single matches, you know, non war game matches, this one was the best match.
Yep,
Sheamus was close. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought Sheamus was gonna
man,
get that dub, and then
dude.
Ludwig pulled him out. Good thing it wasn't Tagaloa. He would have missed that spot. But
That was, by the way, perfect spot.
Perfect spot,
Perfect
bro.
timing. You couldn't
Perfect
have
camera
gotten
angle. You
you
felt
couldn't
it.
have gotten it better.
You felt it. You felt like
Yes.
Sheamus was actually going to get that dub. But all it does is make Braun Breaker better. I like Braun Breaker as an anti-hero. I like to put him in like that Deadpool stage, bro, where he could either be a good guy or a bad guy, but he's just good at being him. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like Braun Breaker is a future WWE champion. Like I'm gonna go ahead and say that. And you know why I know that's gonna happen? Because how they doing the whole thing with the Steiners. Neither one
Yep.
of the Steiners have held, I would say, a singles championship in WWE, number one. So he's already done that. Number two, he's going to be the first Steiner to win a World Heavyweight Championship. Just how they did Cody. It's
Yep.
going to happen. It would be dope if he beat Cody. I'm going to keep it a buck. Because you know they easily do these families, you know what I'm saying? Put the family trees together. I got family blood in WWE. You got family blood. They two young guys, you know, the future of the company right there, man. You got the Intercontinental Champion. You got the WWE champion, bro. Like, I feel like that's gonna happen very, very soon. Sheamus winning this IC championship may or may not happen. In a sense, Sheamus winning this IC championship is kind of like, is John Cena gonna win the 17th World Heavyweight Champions?
Yeah.
It's something that we want to happen before it's done.
Yeah.
We just right now it's just not gonna happen though. It's not gonna happen. I say Ludwig would take it before Sheamus, but I think Braun is gonna hold that title until it's time to put him in a World Heavyweight Championship picture.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Dude, I was rooting for Sheamus during that, to be
Word.
honest. The 2 false finishes, I was like, "Man, you know what, man? Honestly, it would be freaking great to get the old timer another victory, to be honest."
I'm gonna throw a Royal Rumble spoiler in here. I would not be surprised if Braun Breaker's down to the last four. If he's in the men's Royal Rumble, he's gonna be down to the last four. I damn near want to say he might be the last person they eliminate, but that's gonna show. That's gonna show that road to that World Heavyweight Championship if he's one of like the last four in that
Yep.
Royal Rumble match. But what would you get this one, bro? I'll give this one like a 3 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5, bro.
That's
I
where I was
knew
gonna
Braun
go.
Breaker was gonna win, but it still was an entertaining match.
Yep. I was gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's a perfect landing spot for that match. Good false finishes. We very other than the false finishes, predictable finish, we kind of figured,
Mhm.
Braun's gonna go out with that title. So good match. I actually like the placement on the card too, because it kind of geared you up a little bit for the let's be honest, lackluster next
Lackluster.
one on the card here.
And this one was called, I called this one, I feel like I wrote the entire script.
Yeah,
I
bro.
said that Finn Balor was
Yep.
gonna interfere and cost Damian Priest that world championship.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened. Now, I knew it was gonna, I felt like it was gonna happen. I wouldn't have been surprised if they didn't, because I was just like, well, I don't know if they like, why would they keep dragging Damian Priest in this, into this Judgment Day nonsense? That him and Finn already done had their single match. He didn't already done beat him. You know what I'm saying? So like, why are we
I
still doing this? Why
I
why
don't
we
like
why are
it.
we still doing this with these two guys, bro? So I don't know. I don't know. Gunther got the dub, but kind of like you saying, like, what is he? Because he still attacked Finn Balor. It
Yep.
wasn't like he didn't attack Finn Balor. That was more like a face move
Hmm.
because it was a heel fighting a heel. But like at the end, it still seemed like Gunther wanted to do it himself. So I don't know
Yep.
if this is gonna add more to the where you still couldn't beat me by yourself because it was still interference, type move. I don't know, bro. And if we have another Gunther versus Damian Priest, if we have another Gunther Damian Priest is winning. That might be when Goldberg will return and beat up Gunther. That's gonna be my call, bro. What you think?
Bro, don't even say that. If
Don't
we
say
have
what.
another if we have another Gunther Damian Priest,
Hey,
dude,
Dylan,
dude.
bro, I swear I thought you were frozen, bro. When you put your hand right here by the mic, I'm like, okay, maybe
Nah,
he just
hey,
froze. Wait for the camera.
because when I hear that match, I hear going to sleep. That's what I hear. All right, that is a snooze fest right there. That I
Triple
don't
threat,
ever,
triple
I
threat,
don't, I don't ever want to see those two ever fight again. I
bro.
don't ever
Triple
want to
threat.
see them in the
That's gonna
mix
be
for
the
this
next match.
title.
Triple threat.
No,
It's gonna be a
no.
triple threat between all three of them.
We just talked about Gunther. You were riding him. when we were doing our predictions, I was saying it's been lackluster. This is a lackluster match. It
Yeah.
was a lackluster match, start to finish.
Nobody was
It's
interested into it, bro. We
and
not
then the
sold
fact
now.
you have this interference with the Judgment Day, man, dude, put these two in a Hell in a Cell like
Yep.
Priest and or
A very alive match, bro.
or something. It needs to end, dude. Put the whole Judgment Day in a Buried
Yeah.
Alive. Bury them all and set them off. I'm tired of
Yeah.
seeing them mingle and mix together, bro. I'm just done with it. Have Priest and have Finn Balor again. Do some type of crazy match. Do a Buried Alive. Do a Hell in a Cell.
Inferno match or something,
And,
bro.
and
Losing
state it
Lee's Raw match or something,
the
bro.
last time ever, because that's what it needs to be. We don't ever want to see these two mingle again. And I got to be honest, I don't want Priest even fighting for this title anymore either, because what are you going to do? This is going to be a revolving circle. It's going to be
Mhm.
Judgment Day interference. Have Gunther face a guy like John Cena when he comes back.
Okay.
Please almighty. Have John Cena versus Gunther. Have
Yeah.
Cena finally get his world record breaking
Mhm.
title reign and call it a
Call it a day.
day.
Yep.
And that's it. That's
I'm
my
with you.
take on this match, and I don't even want to talk about it anymore. All right.
Take me
So
to the last match then.
last match, um, man, it was a good match. I'm gonna be
It
honest.
was, bro.
It was a very good War Games match. We had some cinema throughout. You had the CM Punk and the Roman Reigns tension with them both in the cage. I thought it was comical. You had
You know what
Punk.
was comical though, bro?
What?
When Tonga Loa tried to get out. And, bro, I said, I'm like, either Tonga Loa is gonna be the last person that they put in this match,
Yep.
or he's like, I look at Tonga. I just don't know how far this channel is gonna get, and I don't want nobody mad at me. But like Tonga Loa is almost kind of like how they doing Jade, bro. Where it's
Yeah.
just like they limiting how long. It's almost like they're making them like the weak links, bro.
Yep.
Like y'all can't be in this match for no longer than 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's just like you can tell who the weak links are, bro. And
Yep.
that's why I feel like they did that with Jade because they
Yep.
probably felt like she wouldn't, have, especially in the match how it was like Bocce already.
Yep.
Adding her would have made it probably just a tad bit more botchy, bro.
I
Like I'm
agree.
like her and Naya, like, and I like Jay. Now I really hope that Jay get on the WWE pace. It's
Yep.
just unfortunate that she and I don't even know how the freak we got here. We have run the roast media, so I'm about to run y'all
I
around
know.
right quick.
Yeah.
But Jade, her time at AEW, she went like 50-0. Her longest matches was probably like 2 minutes, bro. So she doesn't really have that experience under her belt. So that's
Mhm.
why I feel like they doing her just like they doing Tonga Loa. But like you said, overall, it was a great match. It had its spots. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? One spot that surprised me was Bronson Reed jumping off the top, bro, and
Again.
that. That was scary, dog. Hey, that's a big guy doing that, man. That
Yeah.
was
And by the way, two injuries.
two
Two
injuries
injuries came
confirmed.
out of this. So Bronson Reed, he can be out for a while. He got
No
hurt,
way.
legitimately hurt. I don't know what happened to him, but Triple H confirmed it. He's hurt. He's gonna be out off the shelf for a little while. And also, Jimmy Uso during the press conference confirmed he broke his toe. Doesn't know if also his ankle's messed up. Whatever. Two spots off the cage, two
Both
injuries.
of them. It was both of them off the cage, huh?
Yep. So
Wow.
again, great spots, but man, you really got to kind of give it to the talent. They really are, going through it. I mean, that you talk about a scary moment. That was scary, bro. And CM Punk saved Roman too, but
Mm-hmm.
it even looked kind of weird how he landed on that table because the table, you know how it normally kind of breaks in the center.
Yeah.
This one kind of like chunked up and kind of exploded.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought when I found out he was hurt, I'm thinking maybe like a
You
piece of the
get punctured,
table
but like some
punctured or something. Yeah, so
damn.
I don't know, but I again, great match. You had cinema throughout it. CM Punk and the whole Roman dynamic was fantastic throughout the whole match. Again, the finish was phenomenal. You had Solo finally going down to everybody. He was pinned. Now, I will say, during that moment, I'm thinking, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. He's circled. We're getting somebody back. Let me hear the music.
Nothing.
Crickets.
Nothing.
Nothing, bro.
Nothing.
Again.
Great match. This was the only match that I got wrong in the night, bro.
Yep.
I really
Yep.
thought that the new bloodline was gonna win, but at the end, it makes sense, bro. It makes sense because if Solo and the new bloodline would have won, there's really nothing else Roman can do. Like that's it. Like leave us alone. We done beat y'all two PLEs in a row. Leave us alone. It still opens up the door for the fight for the Ulafala, bro. Which will I don't know where that's gonna happen. Royal Rumble maybe, but they gotta have that fight. You know, to officially end it, they gotta
And
have
he
that
and
fight.
Michael Cole said that on the commentary too. I don't know if you picked that up. And when he said that, I'm thinking, man, all right, well, we're still gonna be running with this
You're still
because he
gonna be
even
running with
said
it, bro.
Solo still has the Ulafal and he still is the tribal chief. And once he said that, I'm like, yep, here it goes. I'm now seeing.
That's when Brock Lesnar gonna come back. If we
Okay,
got that singles match and Paul Heyman is in Roman's that's probably where we're gonna get that return or that heel turn or something because in order for this bloodline stuff to still work with Solo, he still has to hold this Ulafal. Like Roman can still go on and fight Brock Lesnar, he can go on and fight The Rock, and Solo can still have it because eventually the new bloodline is gonna have to, you know, it's gonna fall apart eventually. And in some way, somehow, we gotta have that Jacob versus Solo, that Jacob versus Roman. Like we still got a lot of singles matches, bro. We just been bunching all these guys up in tag matches, and a lot of business hasn't really been able to get handled just yet.
yep, yep,
So it leaves the door open for a lot of good stuff to still happen. Overall, I'm gonna give this match like a 4 out of 5, bro. Almost a 4.5. Like it still was a good match, and
yeah,
because it didn't go in the plans that I thought, and it was not as predictable as I thought, that's why I got to at least give it a 4.5, bro. Like it wasn't a 5, you know,
no.
it was better than a 4. So I'll give it a 4.5.
Yeah, match, quality of the match, the spots, the dynamic, the cinema throughout. 4.3 for me out of 5. I thought it was a good, solid match. A lot of questions still to be answered. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
just quickly mentioned The Rock. If you want an early prediction out of me, here's my early prediction. We got Saturday night main event, Cody versus Kevin Owens. You're gonna have Cody retain. The Rock's music's gonna hit at the end of Saturday night main event. He
I thought that was my prediction.
he is coming at no, you did not say that out
Yes,
loud.
I
He is coming.
watched the live yesterday, Dylan. Watched the live
Okay. All
yesterday.
right, all right. I didn't
Watched
I
the
don't
live
remember you
yesterday. I
saying
was
that.
about to say, bro. I said that. I
But
said
now the
Saturday
fact
night
that
main event. The Rock gonna come back then.
he didn't come back when it was Roman's, time in the
Mm-hmm.
ring at Survivor Series,
Yep.
we now know 100% confirmed
Yep.
he's coming after Cody. It
But
will be The Rock versus Cody at WrestleMania for the title.
either
Uh,
WrestleMania or the Rumble.
you
I can
think?
see. I can because who Cody gonna fight at the Rumble? I say either WrestleMania or the Rumble.
Here's the ideal scenario for me.
Go ahead.
It would be fantastic if Cody Rock Rumble, Rock retains, then you get Roman Rock WrestleMania for the belt.
But
The
then,
Rock can retire. The Rock can retire. He finally you have that official torch passing moment between The Rock and Roman. Roman is the head of the table and the family takes the belt off The Rock at Mania.
not if he doesn't have the Ulafala though. He
He
has to
will.
get
He
the
will by
Ulafala.
then. Yeah, he will by
So that
then.
means he has to fight Solo at the Rumble then
At the
for it.
Rumble, perfect.
At the Rumble, yep.
Perfect.
Like I
Perfect.
give it that. I give it
Perfect.
that. But The Rock has to beat Cody for the title at the Rumble then. Like I said, like that's the only way we gonna get Rock versus Roman for the
Or
championship.
you have Roman win the Rumble, and you have him versus Solo at the Elimination Chamber for the Ulafala. Because that means that Roman's guaranteed that title spot at WrestleMania.
We cooking, Dylan. We
Yeah,
cooking.
so just
We
saying.
cooking. Some way The Rock will be at WrestleMania.
Yep.
And we just trying to figure out, is it gonna be versus Cody? Is it gonna be versus Roman? But who's John Cena gonna fight? Is Goldberg's last
Gunther,
match gonna
Gunther,
be at
Gunther, Gunther.
Cena versus Gunther?
Cena, Gunther. Man,
But
and
what
again,
about
this
Punk? What about so Punk versus Seth is just gonna be a match, not for any title? Because
well,
it could just be a
yeah.
regular match. It could just be a
Again, we
regular
gotta
match.
also see where Randy Orton's gonna fit in this picture. So
Randy Orton versus Cody.
so
If
again,
Cody does not have a title. Wrap,
we're
wrap
running you
it up,
guys
Dylan.
around right now.
Wrap,
But
wrap it up, Dylan. Go ahead.
we're gonna reel you back into the center right now. So
Always.
these are predictions down the line. Again, throughout these next couple of weeks, we're gonna, especially after Saturday Night Main Event, I feel like we're really gonna start to get the momentum and know what's gonna be going down for the Rumble. But again, let us know what you guys thought about the overall Survivor Series down below in the comments section. good moves, bad moves. Let us know what your thoughts about some of the little dynamics. Again, we don't know what CM Punk's favor is with Paul Heyman. Let us know what you guys think that is going to be. Put it down in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, leave a big like on it as well, because man, we just passed 730 subscribers, guys. We were at
No
like
way, bro. We were just at
710. We
713
were at
yesterday.
just
Yeah.
713 yesterday. You guys are crushing it,
Y'all
so we
crushing it.
we
We
really do
appreciate y'all.
appreciate it.
We're trying to get that 1,000 before, man. It would be great by January 1st. We got 30 days. So we're
Yep.
going to crush it, y'all. We appreciate y'all vibing with us. Like Dylan said, smash that thumbs up, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. And other than that, you got your boy Unbreakable.
You got Dylan.
And we out.
Peace.